Good morning everyone, this is Priyanka Rajmani from PICT Pune. Welcome you. In yesterday's session, we discussed map. Today I am going to discuss filter and lambda expression. What exactly map is and how map works. In short, I will summarize it as a map function has two inputs. First input is a function and the second input is the second parameter is a sequence. Map function, please make a underline this statement. Map function of works on each element of a sequence and it applies that particular function to each element. Okay, so here we have considered one example. There we have three names, that is John, Mike and Sarah. Okay, so we have written a function that is reverse. Okay, reverse will do reverse of this word, and I want to make what? I want to make reverse of each element. Okay. So I have given these names. These names is nothing but a list of three elements, that is John, Mike and Sarah. And we are making it reverse using a map, individual word. And once it is done, form a list of same. That's why I have written list of map of rev, comma names. Okay. Now, the next part I told you yesterday is to write down a function. You have to write down one function to check whether the number is even or odd. If it must be true, else result must be false. Okay, and I told you people not to write down if else conditional statement to return a values true or false. Okay, so now how it is possible? We all know that we have seen comparison operator, that is less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. Okay, so what exactly equal to does? When we use this comparison operator equal to, it returns true if the both values are equal, else it returns false. Okay, so I am just trying to return result of this. Okay, def even in bracket num return num mod 2 equal to 0. Okay, if you compare, I will run this part first. It will take some time to get executed, and if I compile this, it will give me a result either true or false. Actually, I have executed it yesterday. It has given me a result as a false. Yeah, it's executed. Okay. Now you have to write down one more function to check whether the entered string is even or odd. Is it clear? Entered string. If the entered string is even, then return true, else return false. Okay. These are the two questions that you have to calculate. That is to check entered string to check the string is even or odd. Now I have considered again, we know that we have an inbuilt string function, that is len of string. So I have written one function. The name of the function is st underscore even underscore odd, and the input is var. This var is nothing but a one word. Okay, and if I'm going to return len of var mod 2 equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it will return true, else it will return what? Else it will return false. Okay. Now I have considered this example. Here it will return false. If I make change into this as a John, it will return me true. Do you got the two things? How to write a small function instead of using if else conditional statement. Okay. Now listen, I have a list. Now I am going to apply a filter. Now what exactly filter is? We got a result, that is we got a result from 1 to whenever I have done a square of a number, we got a result 1, 2, 4 and so on. Okay. Now I want to do what? To just find out the even result. I want what? I want to apply, or I want a result of only even numbers, not all the numbers. Okay. For example, Here I have taken one list equal to 1 to 10. Okay, this is a list of 10 elements. You can make this list using a list comprehension. Okay, now before this I have not compiled the upper one part, so it will give me error bit. I will compile that. Or you can simply write down, you can just create a list here. You can create a list. A list is equal to x for x in a range of 1, comma 11. Okay. So it will give me what? It will give me a list. It will take some time, okay, and after that it will get executed. It will give me a list. What is the error here? List is not defined. Yeah, I guess it has not yet compiled. And before that I try to execute this one. Yeah. So it is getting the output. Okay. Now I got this list. Okay, and now I want to apply filter. As I want only even values. Okay, in order to get even value, I have written one function. I have written a function for even before this. Okay, now I am applying filter even comma list. Okay, now again to a filter function. In case of a filter function, filter again applies on two things. Hash filter apply on a function. First parameter is a function, and second parameter to a filter is again a sequence, okay, or a list. Not necessarily all the time it should be a list. That can be anything, any sequence, okay. And now it will filter out what? It will filter out only the even values from a sequence, as it is an even function, okay. So if you check the result of this, as here we have applied this even, and I will recompile this even function. Yes. Even result is not defined yet. I will compile this. So I will get the resultant as a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Similarly, if I have to go for a function that is now we have applied to check whether the entered string, whether the sequence of a strings are even or odd, we will go for what? Now, yeah, I don't want to apply map. If I apply map, what will be the result? I will execute this. What is names? Names already compiled. Wait, names. I will recompile that part. Yeah, here are the names. Yeah. And now I can run that code. As I want to apply it on what? This st underscore even or is a function which checks whether the enter string is even or odd. Okay, and if I compile this code even underscore re, I will get the result as a true false value. The first name was John, second was Mike, and third was Sarah. Okay, it will take time to get compiled, and then I will get the result, or I have the compiled version of the result, that is true, true, and false. So it's what, whenever it's a string, it displays me result like this: true, true, and false. Else for a number, it displays directly the number. Okay. Now listen, I want to apply filter on this. Okay. So instead of map, I will do what? I will apply filter. Okay, and if I try to now, I have applied what? I have applied filter. So what is the result here? It is showing me only the value. It is showing me the only words that are even. Those have a length even. John and Mike both has even length, while Sarah has a odd length. That's why Sarah is not come in an output. Okay. So filter. What exactly filter does? Whenever we have applied a map function and I want to now filter out few values. Okay. We need this whenever we perform some processing on a data. Okay. Or I want to find out only the even values, odd values. Okay. Some constraint is specified. Then we have to apply this filter function. Okay. Now what exactly a lambda expression? Before going for a lambda expression, we all know that for example, if uh, I will go for one simple example, then your idea will be more clear. If how to write down a lambda expression. Lambda is an expression and it has first parameter as an input. Second parameter, the syntax of lambda is lambda. Lambda is a single line function. If I want to write, I can use something called as lambda expression. The first parameter is input and the second parameter is output. Okay, so that can be x power of 2, and this will return into something f is equal to lambda of x colon 2. Okay, if I call f of 4, then I will get my result as a 16. I will show you. It will take some time to get executed. Now x is what? X is the input. X raised to the power 2 is the output, the processing that we need to do. Okay, as this is what? This is a function. This is a one-line function. Okay, so we have written f is equal to lambda of x colon x raised to the power 2. Okay, and you can see whenever I have performed f of 4 to this function, the way we pass values to a function, similarly we have to pass a value to this function, to this expression. Now lambda x colon x raised to the power 2 is written where? Is returning to a f. You can write down one more function to perform a cube f, or you can have any other function. X is equal to lambda of x colon, yeah, I will write down something different. Y is equal to lambda of x raised to the power, if I want to make a x cube. Okay. So I will have y is equal to lambda of x colon x, and if I compile this, it will not give me any error. Now what is y? Lambda is a keyword or lambda expression. X is the input, x raised to the power 3 will be an output. Okay, and I am writing down it. Y, it is returning to a y, and what is y? Y is nothing but a function. I write, if I pass any value to this, I will get the output as a 125. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Hopefully it is clear to everyone. Now we will, here is the code for, here is the code list of, now whatever we have done before, the square list, I have made it using map, using lambda, and I have written a simple stand line program for it. Okay, single line program. I will discuss this part in the next lecture.